Let's take a look at learning modules. Learning modules are going to be a little bit different than content folders. If you'll notice, the icon actually looks more like a book with a series of tabs available to it, but still responds the same way where you'll click on the title in order to enter the content. The biggest difference between a content folder and a learning module is the learning module has a defaulted table of contents. This is that all that content that was in your content folder that you could scroll down to is now on a table of contents that students can click through. So as they click through this, the page will refresh, and on the right hand side of the screen you will see various different media that you have created projected. Additionally, students, besides going through the menu, also have a arrow that is at the top, and they can arrow through the content as well on both sides of the page. Or they can also have things open up in new windows depending on the settings that you put on the item. You can truncate the table of contents to make it bigger or make it smaller, but this is just another view and a different way of looking at it. And again, it's up to you how you would want to do this. But this is how a learning module looks to students. The biggest difference between the folder and module structure is going to be the table of contents. This is the view that students see. Faculty, or anyone who creates content in Blackboard, it is built the same exact way. The steps that we go over to create a folder and the steps that we go over to create a learning module are identical, and they will often look the exact same. So you need to just be aware that when you're choosing a module versus a folder structure, that it is created the same way for your view, but once you've created it, it will change and look like this for the students. So feel free to choose whichever folder or module structure you wish. One thing we would suggest is to be consistent. If you're going to build a class and you're going to have weekly content, we would suggest using all folders for that class or all modules. Confusing students to go back and forth between these two structures from week to week to week just adds more confusion and probably will increase the amount of questions that students have in terms of how to find content.